So this year's Japanese Film Festival for us kicked off with seeing a screening of Kiki's Delivery Service, but the live action version of the film. So now Kiki's Delivery Service was a 1989 Studio Ghibli film that followed the story of Kiki, a young witch who at the age of 13, like all other witches, has to go and live on her own for a year. So she goes and lives in this seaside town and decides to set up a delivery service because her special power is flying. And of course there's all the dramas, a little bit of love drama, a little bit of, the usual trials. And to me, I was kind of scared that a 13-year-old was forced to live on her own, but that's neither here nor there for the argument of this movie.
Not for the argument of this movie, but let's go into it. It's a Ghibli kind of adaptation, so you're always going to compare it to that original film, but there's the book, but let's not go there either. It always captures that magic, which I freaking love.
I think that's the big thing for me. Like, Studio Ghibli films to me always feel very floaty, there's a magic in the air, and I think they did a really bang-up job in bringing that magic into this Kiki's of the live action. I don't know what it was. I like the finer attention to detail as well. So the fact that she had these really fine details in her costume, the finer details in the house. I think that maybe helped to bring out the magic.
There was also the music was something that you have to always mention, especially in the adaptation of a Ghibli film, which they love their music. Music was fantastic.
Now, Kiki's Delivery Service is a child-friendly movie, like the original animated film was. Obviously, there's always a dark undertone, but I think this film can be enjoyed also by a lot of people. I was like completely enthralled from start to finish. Even though it was an over 2-hour movie, I didn't feel bored. But kids would really enjoy it as well because it's still very friendly.
Yeah, one thing I do have to mention, Gigi the cat. The animation of her was a little bit off.
It was, and I have to say this was a general thing I found in Japanese films, but that was probably the only detraction from an otherwise magical experience and a really, really good adaptation.